Hey, hey, hey! Welcome to Stamp with Shel. My name is Shel Anderson, and I am a creative coach and an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. I do Stamp with Shel video tutorials each week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday mornings. Sometimes I find time to post extra videos, but there is a card and a tutorial every day. You can find my videos on my Stamp with Shel Facebook page, my Stamp with Shel YouTube channel, or on my blog at shelscreativecorner.blogspot.com. The blog post will have photos and links as well as the full tutorial with measurements and instructions, so that if you like my project, you can easily recreate it for yourself. If you live in Canada and you do not have a demonstrator, I would love to be yours. If you live in Canada and would like more info on becoming a demonstrator, you can contact me anytime. And I have forgot to put my sign out that gives you all the contact information, my blog address, Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest, email, and phone. Okay, that is all the business part. Let's get on to the fun part. Today it's sneak peek day. I have a fabulous new stamp set, actually it's a bundle, from the celebration that's coming in January. Give you guys a little teaser today so you can see what's available, and I'm going to give you a couple of ideas of what you can do with it. For my card today, I've taken a piece of very vanilla ribbon. You can see here it was very vanilla, and I colored that with my Gray Granite dark Stampin' Blend. I wanted that width of ribbon in Gray Granite, and I didn't have it, so I made it. We're going to be using Gray Granite ink pad as well as Memento Black. I have my Tombow, Gray Granite, and basic white cardstock. I've also used the fabulous Stylish Shapes dies, one of my go-to sets. And here's the sneak peek. It's a bundle that includes a stamp set and an embossing folder. And you can earn this for free with your purchases during celebration. Love the fonts on here. Hello there, you're in my thoughts, and I really appreciate you. And then this is a two-step stamp set. You can stamp your leaves. There's two different sets of leaves, and then there's two different sets of flowers. So we're going to be taking that for a spin. I'm also going to be bringing in the paper butterfly accents. These are new in the catalog as well, and they're laser cut butterflies. What could be prettier than that? And I love the fact that they left them white. I'm also going to be using the rustic metallic dots. All right, let's get going. This card is going to be a technique card. Super, super simple technique, but a technique nonetheless. And I am just going to get my card base burnished here, and I'm just going to set it aside. I do have a piece for the inside, but I don't want to put that on the inside just yet. All right, I have a piece of basic white, and I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and I know this is big and you're only going to see part of it, but that's what it's like today. You can see most of it, I think. And I am just putting this piece of cardstock in the folder, and we are going to emboss. Yes, this cardstock is intentionally larger than what I need. All right, let's get that out, and let's get rid of this big boy. There we go. All right, let's bring that back in so you can see it. Check that out. Isn't it beautiful? Beautiful. Love it. All right, now we are going to bring in a piece of scrap paper. And yes, this is a hot mess. I just used this book. And we are going to do an ink dragging technique. Now, you've seen us do this before on cardstock, but I don't know that I've ever done it on embossed cardstock before. So we're going to give this a whirl. And this end of your ink pad, I suggest you keep away from your cardstock so that you just use this end of your pad. And what I want you to do is just put your ink pad down. You see the mark on the paper there? Put your ink pad down and drag it down across the paper. And you can do that until you're happy with it. I personally like when I push a little harder and you see these marks. I like that distressed look. If you don't want those marks, just don't press as hard and you'll just hit the top edges. The reason that I like this is because these little dots that you see here, they look almost black, but the back part, where I've pushed in a little bit, has got the gray granite look. So I like the best of both worlds. That's just my personal preference. Okay, now we are going to cut this down to size. I want this to be 4 by 5 1/4. All right, so there's that piece. And you'll notice that this piece here has some texture on it. I am going to use this. I'm going to cut that flat area off. And we're going to grab that gray granite pad again. Do the same dragging technique. And now I have a nice little embellishment to put on the inside panel of my card. So now you see why I didn't put this onto my card, or didn't put the inside of my card on first. Because I want to add this just to give it a little interest on the inside panel. All right, grab some snips, trim off that excess. Beautiful. Now we're going to put this on the inside of our card. Just wiggle that so there's a nice border all the way around. There we go. All right. Now we have this panel to put on the front of our card. And isn't that cool how it's white but textured and colored and textured? You could do the whole panel if you like, but I thought that it would be neat just to do part of it. And if you stick around to the end of the video, you'll get to see a second card that I made a few minutes ago. Because of course I wanted to try this idea out to make sure that it was going to work before I got on here and made a fool out of myself. You know, that's been known to happen before a time or two. All right, there is our card base. Now, I am going to bring in a stitched circle. And we're going to do some stamping. Now, somewhere here, I don't know what I did with it. Oh, I see it. Bear with me. We need to clean off these stamps because I didn't when I used them. All right, we are going to pop our circle into our stamp positioner, and we're going to pop that image right in the center-ish. I'm just going to flip my pad so I don't have to move those stamps, and we will pick up that stamp. Now I'm going to stamp that using Gray Granite. And press that down, give it a good press. Beautiful. Okay, I'm just going to take this stamp right off out of our way, and I'm going to bring in the flowers. Now, if you wanted your flowers a different color, like if you wanted green leaves and pink flowers or whatever, you could easily do that. I am going for the one color look here. I just want everything to be white and gray granite. The only thing that's going to be a different color on my card is going to be the greeting. I think I'm going to stamp that one more time. I didn't get one of the flowers real good. There we go. All right. Now, that's actually neat because when I stamped it the second time, it made the flowers a little bit darker than the leaves, which is a happy accident. Still tone on tone. All right, now I have a greeting, and I've chosen "You're in my thoughts." And I'm going to stamp that right over top of my image. And I'm going to stamp that in Memento Black. Let's close that one up and get rid of it. And we'll ink this one up. And we're going to stamp this a couple of times. I mean, that looks okay, but by stamping it a couple of times, you just watch the magic happen. It makes it so much darker and crisper. Look at that. You're in my thoughts. All right, we're going to take that out and get rid of this. And we're going to close up that ink pad before I dry it out. That wouldn't be smart. Now I'm going to bring in my bow maker, and we're going to make a bow with this ribbon. All right. Now while I have it on here, before I take it off, I am going to trim my tails. There we go. All right. Let's get all these little bits out of here. And tied it so tight I can't get it off. There we go. There's our little bow. We're going to need some glue dots. And we'll bring our card back in. And I have also cut a larger gray granite circle because you see that kind of just gets lost. So by doing this, it's going to make it pop. And anybody who knows me, it's all about the contrast and the pop for me. I love that. This is a totally, totally different color for me. I am most definitely a bright girl. And I'm looking for my, that'll do, give me that. See a little sliver of paper here. There we go. We don't want that on there. So now let's find some dimensionals. And we will pop these onto the back. That sheet is done. And we are just going to pop that somewhere right about there. And then I'm going to grab a glue dot and we'll put that little ribbon on. And I'm happy with that. Now let me put the cover on my tombow before I get it all dried out. There we go. Now we're going to bring in this beautiful butterfly. And we're going to color it. We are going to color it. And I'm going to bring in gray granite. And we're going to color it, see what it looks like. Worst case scenario, I don't like it. Best case scenario, we love it. I'm starting with Gray Granite Light. We will work our way up because I don't know if this will be dark enough or not, but we'll find out. And I love that they left these whites so that we can make them whatever color we want them to be. Yeah, that's a little faded for my liking. So I have to decide which way I want to put him on. I think I want him to go this way. So we're going to go to the Gray Granite Dark. And we'll just color him. These Stampin' Up! Blends, because they're alcohol markers, there's no lines when you're done your coloring. Once it dries, the alcohol dissipates and there's 0 lines. So anybody who sees this butterfly will think that it came in this color. Oh yeah, that's better. All right, let's put those blends away and get rid of that old piece of gross paper. And now we're going to put this little butterfly on here. And I wonder, somewhere I should have some minis. I don't have any. Heavens to Murgatroyd. What have I done? Oh, hang on. I found some. I'm going to cut some little strips off the side of this. Just to see if I can I'd really like this to be popped up. So that's too big. Let's put one here. Okay, that's good. One here. We're going to see that, so I'm going to have to cut some of that off. Oh, there's a little bit there too. There we go. All right, let's continue this plan because it's working so far. Okay, that one's out of sight. I know it's a lot of fussing, but I think he's going to look better if he's popped up. Holy moly, this piece is little. There we go. So far, so good. If I can get a piece up here, we're good. I know you probably can't see much because this stuff is all so small, and let's put one right there. Oh, we can see that one. That's not good. Let's go like that, and I'll just cut the end off it. Beautiful. All right, let's go, friends. Let's pop this beautiful butterfly right there. Keep that for another project. And we'll get rid of all of this. And I'm going to grab some Wink of Stella. And I'm going to add, or maybe I am if I have any left in here. That one's pretty empty. Let's see. Oh, this one looks juicy. I know that this is probably impossible for you guys to see this, but as soon as I'm done, I'll hold it up close to the camera and hopefully you'll get to see the sparkle. Because it is pretty. All right. Can you see all of that gorgeous glitter? Just a sparkling there. The camera takes a minute to catch up. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. So that is our card for today. That is the paper butterflies and the Softly Sophisticated bundle, which is the embossing folder and the stamp set. And as promised, if for anybody who's stuck around till the end, I'll bring in the card that I made earlier. And it's similar but different. This one, you can see the difference in the stamping. I don't know whether you can see from down there or not. See where I stamped those flowers twice, they're darker? This is just once. Same ink dragging technique. This one I left the butterfly white with no glitter and put the rustic pearls. And this one I used the vanilla and black checkered ribbon, and I colored that with my marker. So there's two ideas for you with the Softly Sophisticated bundle and a technique. Super, super simple. Just drag your ink pad down over an embossed piece of cardstock. I chose to just do part of the cardstock, but you could easily do the entire thing. Anyway, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. If you make a card, I would love to see it. Thanks for stopping by today. We'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.